Manchester United boss Jose Mourinho's previous football bust-ups. Jose Mourinho's strained relationship with Manchester United midfielder Paul Pogba continues to make headlines after the pair shared a tense training ground exchange on Wednesday. Mourinho was ahead of his time, but as he struggles to get results on the pitch and to maintain control off it, has the game moved on? Pogba had been stripped of the United vice-captaincy as the fallout continued from his attack comments in the wake of the 1-1 Premier League draw with promoted Wolves at Old Trafford. We take a look back at other instances of the Portuguese coach finding himself at loggerheads with rivals managers, key players and officials. Following a Champions League last 16 tie against Barcelona in 2005, Mourinho suggested referee Anders Frisk had met with rival coach Frank Rijkaard in his dressing room at halftime during the first leg at Nou Camp. The Chelsea boss claimed the alleged incident resulted in Didier Drogba being sent off as his side lost 2-1. Following the fallout, Frisk chose to retire after his family's safety was called into question by anonymous threads, while Mourinho was slapped with a 2-match touchline ban and condemned as the enemy of football by UEFA referees chief Volker Roth. There has been little love lost between Mourinho and former long-serving Arsenal boss Arsene Wenger during any of the Portuguese coach's spells in England. Mourinho labelled his opposite number a voyeur and later a specialist in failure, and the two rival managers even came to blows on the touchline in a Premier League match at Stamford Bridge during October 2014, veteran Frenchman Wenger shoving Mourinho as they squared up in the technical area. "If it was me it would have been a stadium ban," the then Chelsea boss lamented afterwards. While Mourinho and Pep Guardiola have only gone head-to-head in the Premier League in recent years, the bad blood between the pair stretches back a long way. At one time, the duo were said to have been on good terms while with Barcelona, where Mourinho worked as translator for Bobby Robson. However, once they both moved into the dugout, things took a downward spiral in spells at Inter Milan, Real Madrid and Barcelona, then also Bayern Munich and Chelsea. Once installed on rival sides of Manchester, Mourinho could not resist another sliding at his old adversary following City's documentary of their historic Premier League title triumph. "You can be a rich club and buy the best players in the world, but you cannot buy class, and they showed that clearly," the United boss said. World Cup winner Casillas found himself on the wrong side of Mourinho during their time at Real Madrid. Initially the no-one for both club and country, Casillas was eventually frozen out by Mourinho, the coach reportedly not impressed by his continued close relationships with national team players in the Barcelona squad. It is alleged Julio Cesar, who played under Mourinho at Inter, received a text from his former boss saying that he stopped more shots with one arm than Casillas managed with two. During January 2013, Diego Lopez was brought in as cover for Casillas, who had suffered a hand injury. But Lopez would go on to retain the keeper's jersey as Casillas found himself left warming the bench before Mourinho departed at the end of the season. From one key player at Real to another, Mourinho was reportedly involved in a dressing room row with Ronaldo after a cup win over Valencia 2013. According to Guillaume Balague's book, Cristiano Ronaldo, the biography, Mourinho criticized Ronaldo for not tracking back and then taking a quick throw-in. "I had only one problem with him. Maybe he thinks he knows everything and the coach cannot help him to develop more," said Mourinho, who later referred to former Brazilian Real striker Ronaldo as the real Ronaldo. De Bruyne was given his Chelsea debut by Mourinho at the start of the 2013-14 season, but the Belgian quickly fell out of favor. Mourinho publicly criticized the midfielder after a League Cup game against Swindon, saying he didn't like the way he played and also questioned his attitude in training. After making just 5 appearances in 3 months, De Bruyne departed Stamford Bridge for Wolfsburg in January 2014. "If you have a player knocking on your door crying every day he wants to leave, you have to make a decision," said Mourinho. "It was like a wall, a block. He was not ready to compete. He was an upset kid, training very bad." De Bruyne shone at Wolfsburg and was named the Bundesliga Player of the Season in 2015. He joined Manchester City that summer and was an integral part of last season's Premier League winning side. Jeff gave away £1.5 million last month. And are your predictions to be the next winner here?